Okay, now yesterday's packet I intentionally kind of went psycho with a lot of problems. Here's more what you could expect. So get a piece of scratch paper on problems I'd put on like an assessment. They wouldn't be probably as crazy long as I did yesterday. You'd still probably want your scratch paper though. Okay, so problem number one. Again, keep going with your underline and 3 boxes and you can't go wrong. You'll at least somewhat know what you're doing. There's no number bases, only a letter base of y. So I take 3 times 5, 15, common, and we have a 7. So 15, 7. They're both on top of my line I made, so top to top we add. That's 22. So y is to the 22nd power. Well, it's a positive 22nd power, so keep it where it's at. And I can't really figure out what y to the 22nd is, so that's going to be my final answer. I can have an empty bottom, too. You don't need to put a 1. That's if the top's empty. Okay, next one. You can see the line. Boom, boom, boom. You got m. So I have a -4, a 3, and a -2. So that's on top, and the other m's come from the bottom. So remember, top to bottom we minus, and once you start minusing, you don't stop. So I have -4 minus 3, good, minus -2, make it +2. So -4 minus 3, think of a number line. If you're at -4 and you go 3 places to the left, you're going to be at -7. And then move 2 places to the right, you're at -5. It's just like a number line. Okay, m has a negative power, so he goes downstairs where the power is positive, the 1's on top. So I've got 1 and m to the 5th. Okay. Okay, number bases, I've got -5 and I've got 4. And then I've got x. Okay, all on top for now. 1 times 2 is 2. And then 4 is to the first, not in a parentheses, so it's just first. Now let's look at x. So 3 times 2 is 6. Then a 3. All right, so 6 and 3. Those are both on top. So we plus those and get 9. So x is to the 9th power. -5, is his power negative? No, it's not. Okay, so we need to keep him where he's at. 4, is his power negative? Nope, keep him where it's at. X, nope, keep him where it's at. I can figure out -5 the second. If you've fallen in love with the caret button, that's fine, but you got to parenthesize negatives or it's going to give you the wrong answer. Okay, because it's positive 25. If you don't put a parentheses, it's -25. That's wrong. I can figure out 4 to the first. Obviously, that's 4 times x to the 9th, and that gives me 100 times x to the 9th. Okay, next one. This is probably the hardest one of the thing. Extend that line. Look for your number bases. You have a 6 and a 2. So 6 times 2. And then I have a and, oh wow. I did not put a problem like this. I don't feel like doing this problem. Okay. Go to the back side. All that is torture. It can be done same way we've been doing it. It's just annoying. Okay, I didn't want this to be just pure torture. I have a 3, and then on bottom I have a -2, and then we have a letter x, but that's on bottom. 3 to the first, the parentheses does not surround that, so it's just to the first. Now that's going to be 1 times -5. That gives me -5, -2 to the -5th. 1. 1 times negative 5 is negative 5. Did that have a negative power? No, it did not. Keep it where it's at. Does negative 2 have a negative power? Yes, it does. It needs to go upstairs, but one thing, the negative 2 still stays negative 2. Okay? It's the 5 that turns positive. The base never can change signs. The x negative goes upstairs. Now it's 5. Okay, so 3 to the first is obviously 3. Remember, if you're just going to use your caret key, parenthesize the negative number. So negative 32. Times x to the 5th. Now these two big guys here, they need to be multiplied together. So 3 times negative 32 is negative 96. Boom. Okay. Next one's a quick one. Underline. Number bases, I've got 3 times x times y. So 3 to the first. No parentheses. I don't need to do much here, and that's to the 14th. Positive power, keep it where it's at. Negative power, move him downstairs so his power can be positive. Keep him where he's at. 3 to the first is 3 times y to the 14th, and then x to the 3rd. Okay, bottom underline. So I've got 3 times x times y. So 1 times negative 4 is negative 4. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Negative 3 times negative 4 is 12. Power negative, take him down. Power negative, take him down. Power not negative, keep him where he's at. 3 to the 4th can easily be calculated. 3 to the 4th is 81. I could actually do that in my head because I'd have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. It'd be 9 times 9, 81. X to the 12th. Yep. Then our last one. Bases, what do we have? We have a 5, that's our only number base, and then letters, we have x and y both on top, and then more x's and y's. So 5, 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. X's, there's 2 different ones, so I got 1 times negative 3, comma, and then a negative 7. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do with negative 3 and negative 7. Top, bottom. You're going to minus, so remember, negative 3 minus negative 7 plus. Number line, if I'm at negative 3 and move 7 to the right, since I'm adding a positive, that's going to take me to positive 4. Y, I've got a 7 and a negative 4. Neither of those were in parentheses, so I didn't need to multiply. Just wrote down what I saw. Again, top to bottom. Top, bottom, minus 7 minus negative 4, that's plus, that's 11. Okay, is this power negative? Yep, downstairs with him. Now it's positive. Is this power negative? Nope. Keep him. Is this power positive, negative? Nope. Okay, I can't figure out x to the 4th. I can't figure out y to the 11th, but I can darn well figure out 5 to the 3rd, and that's 125.